Welcome to another episode of Scrap with me. Today we're going to be doing a layout from the Imagine Idea book by Jeanette Linton, and we're going to be doing the layout called Sweet Symphony. It's shown on page 24 and 25 of the idea book, and it's a really great layout for highlighting 3 main photos and then 4 detail photos, and I actually found it worked really well with some photos that my husband took of his travels. Today we're also going to be looking at a few techniques involving the use of brads and also the use of distressing to embellish your page. So to start out with, you need a 12 by 12 base page, and let me talk about how I'm cheating with this page. I actually wanted to use this paper, which is bamboo colored, as the base page, but I didn't have enough. So on the layout it actually shows that only bits of it are shown, and so this piece is a 2 by 3 inch piece, and I'm going to adhere it to the bottom left hand side of my page here. And then I'm also cheating by using another piece of the bamboo paper, and it is 5 by 7 inches, and I'm going to place that on the right side of the page. Now you'll notice also that I've stamped with some olive ink on there, and I used the stamp set that it coordinates with the Olivia package, and I cannot for the life of me find it, so I'll list it in the credits, and you can find it there. So that's how I'm cheating. So instead of using a base page that is the bamboo color, I'm actually cheating by placing down the papers that are the bamboo color only where they're seen, and then I'm using other colors in different locations. So the next piece of paper you're going to need is an 8 by 11 inch piece of paper, and this piece is going to go 1 inch from the right edge. So I'm just going to use my ruler here and place it 1 inch from the right edge, and then it's lined up at the bottom. You also need a piece of paper that is 5 by 7, and it's going to be adhered to the top left of your page. And so right here you can see that I have got my bamboo sticking out, like peeking out from behind, but the actual paper is my white daisy. Okay, so next what we need is a strip of paper, background and texture paper, that is 2 by 12 inches, and that piece is going to go 3 inches from the bottom. I'm going to use my quilting ruler here to line that up perfectly, 3 inches from the bottom and straight across each. And then the next piece is going to be the photo mat, and that paper here is 5 by 7 inches, and I'm going to show you how you distress. They have a lovely little distressing tool that has basically razor blades inside of each of these little slots, and it doesn't matter which slot you put your paper in, but basically what you do is you rub the blade against the edge, and I'm going to show you the edge ahead of time. So there you go, it's kind of a smooth edge. And then as you rub, what happens is the edge kind of tears slightly and rubs, and you end up with an edge that looks more like this. Okay, and I find that you don't want to do it at too sharp of an angle. You want to kind of tilt it like this, because if you do it at a sharp angle, what happens sometimes is the paper itself actually kind of, you cut into it, because the blades are sharp, and it's nice because it's a safe tool. My daughter was using it earlier, and I have no worries about her cutting herself because it's impossible to get your fingers in there. Okay, almost done. Okay, so there I have, and it does kick up a little dust off of it. So there you have the 5 by 7 photo mat, but it's got this distressed edge on it. And I distressed the photo mat as well as this piece of paper here. Line it up at 1 inch. Okay. And there we go. Okay, I'm also going to get my photo. And I have a 4 by 6 photo, and it's a vertical photo. This is my husband's trip to Sacramento, and he managed to go and see some of the redwood forests, and as a Canadian that's pretty exciting because our trees, well, except from BC, they don't generally get quite as big as down in the States. So that's one of the photos. And then I also have a few smaller photos that I'm going to add, and those are added here along the side. Alright, so that pretty much finishes the basics of page 1. I'm going to come back and do a little bit of embellishing, but I'm going to move on to the second page. Now the second page, again, is going to use a 12 by 12 base paper, and again I am cheating. So what I've done is I've taken the bamboo, and the only area that it sticks out is on the top left-hand side of the page. So I'm going to just pop that in there. How big was this? I think it was 8 by 5. So that's 8 by 5 there. Okay, and then next what we need is we need a strip of background text, or sorry, cardstock, and this piece is 4 by 12 inches, and we're going to adhere it to the right-hand side of the layout. Again, it's also being distressed on the edges. Okay, we also need a background and textured piece of paper that measures 5 by 10 inches, and we're going to adhere it to the bottom of the page. And before I do, I want to just give a little shout out to Close to My Heart. Look how beautiful this paper is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this paper. Not the entire pack. There is one piece of paper that I think was not well designed, but this piece, how pretty. Oh, okay, so moving on. So we're going to place this piece, and I'm actually going to rotate it so you can see the scripty writing on the bottom left-hand side of the page there. And then we have a 2 by 12 strip. All right, next we're going to add our photo mat. So we have a 5 by 7 photo mat that's going to go up in this area here. And it has also been distressed, and another 5 by 7 photo mat that's going to go down here. I have 2 4 by 6 photos that I'm going to center in. Okay, and then I also have one last 3 by 3 photo, just like on the other page. There's just a single one here, and it just goes in the top corner here, about a ½ inch from the edges there. Okay, now I'm going to add on to the layouts using brads and also stickies, the stickies that come with the Olivia paper pack. So I'm going to add, first of all, the title block, and it's Embrace Life. Now, the brads that I'm using are used to embellish these stickies. So I've just placed 3 mini brass brads on each side of the stickies here, and it says Embrace Life, and this is sort of a more literal title. There we go. And once you've done the brads, added the brads to your stickies, you will probably need to add some more adhesive because you do a lot of mucking around with it with your fingers. I'm also going to add a couple of photo corners to this main photo here, like this. And again, I've also embellished them with brads as well. Alright, now we're going to move on to the other page. I have a few circle stickies, just 3, and I'm just going to add them down here, actually here. And again, I've put a brad in the middle of each of those. Okay, right there. Okay, and I'm just going to center those there. 1, 2, 3. Now on this other page, I did those photo corners with the brads, and I'm going to add one up at the top of this page, this photo here, and rather than doing it on the same photo, I'm actually going to bracket it on the bottom of this photo here, and that helps kind of unify the 2 photos sort of as one. So there we go. I'm going to add some journaling here. I may add a journaling block. There is a bit of a blank space there, but otherwise, I'm really impressed with how well this layout came together. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous layout. It's really unified, and it allows you to put a lot of pictures into a small spot. Well, that's all for now, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.